everyone. Borrowing from a few lines from Lauryn Hill's Winsome, I think it's called Lost One. Yeah, Lost Ones. I think this is a very, gem-packed treasure trove of lyrics filled with life lessons, things to look out for, cautionary tales, and the way she expresses it is very eloquent, poetic, of course, but it's just very much genius. Lauryn Hill's a genius, no doubt about that. But so with that, let me just, go into some of the lines that stand out to me and that I want to really focus on. When she says, my emancipation don't fit your equation. I was on the humble, you on every station. Someone played young Lauren like she done, but remember not a game new under the sun. There's a lot of people that don't want you to be free. Unfortunately, when I say free to do what you want to do, free to speak how you want to speak, free to live how you want to, free who to love, who you want to love, when you want to love, how you want to love. People like to control and manipulate. And when you move outside of what they think you should move or how you should move, when you draw outside or color outside the lines that they think you should color within, or if you step out of tune, it's a problem. That they want to, wreak havoc in your life, create drama. It doesn't sit well with them at the very least. So, but meanwhile, you're in the humble, right? While they are living large. Maybe they living it up. They had the high life, and they look down upon you. Maybe you don't have much. Maybe you have to struggle financially, or you making your way romantically, going from relationship to relationship. Whatever your struggle, they seem to have figured it all out. That's what I'm getting from this line. And someone play young Lauren like she done. Oh, they will underestimate you, my love. They will underestimate you when you are in your struggling phase, or when you're trying to figure things out. They assess you as if you're done. This is all you'll ever be. There's no more unfolding and developing, processing that you'll be doing, because they're short-sighted. So they don't know. They have no idea the diamond that is being created under all that pressure. The Most High is aware, but mere mortals don't know. They can't imagine. But remember, not a game new under the sun. What they did, what their grandfathers did, what their great-grandfathers did, what people for centuries have been doing. It's not new. There's nothing new going on, but they think they're geniuses, and they think they'll get away with things. Their evil deeds, their manipulations, their spells. They think they'll get away with all of that, not being aware that there's nothing new, and most importantly, there isn't anything God doesn't witness. There isn't anything that's not marked in these spiritual records. Now understand, L Boogie, non-violent, but if a teen tests me, run for me. I gotta stop right there. But you know what she's saying. Underestimating her once again. Maybe you're sweet, maybe you're humble, maybe you're shy, maybe you're not quick to anger, but don't get it twisted. Back against the wall, somebody coming after your loved ones, you do what you have to do. And unapologetically, being sweet, being Christ-like, being, having Christ consciousness, if you will, following the spiritual path. People mistake that you will not use your God-given hands to protect yourself. I don't believe that God intended us to just lay down and take any kind of abuse. abuse. No way. You stand up for yourself. Always. That's not violent. That's protection. Now you want to bowl over separation, tarnish my image in the conversation. Oh, they love to do that. These wicked, wicked, wicked narcissists. They love to leave a relationship knowing that they are the awful party, knowing that they were the ones doing all of the cruelty. But then they want to play victim and go and speak about you, and you're the worst person, especially, I'm just going to say it, masculine versus feminine. They love to judge you for any little, who are they to judge? It doesn't matter who you sleep with. It doesn't matter what you, that's your business. What they were doing out in those streets was their business, right? But no, they want to talk about what you do or make up things and lie about what you do. Narcissistic behavior. Every man want act like he exempt. Need to get down on his knees and repent. Movement similar to a serpent. Consequence is no coincidence. When they get it back, when karma comes rolling back around like thunder, they won't know why. They look up and think, oh, well, why is this happening to me? Not believing in God, not believing in karma, just thinking like, woe is me. My life is so, not remembering what they did to you maybe 5, 10, 15 years ago. That it's going to come back around to you, and when you least expect it, and in ways that you never really dreamed of. Now, don't you understand, man, universal law? What you throw out comes back to you, star. Yes, star. It's going to come back to you. What you throw out, now if you throw out good, you have nothing to worry about. What comes back to you is going to be blessings upon blessings and good fortune and love, because that's what you put out. Now, did you put out nastiness? Did you do nasty spell work? Did you throw out some evil, wicked chants into the air? Did you use the full moon for any kind of doom and gloom upon another person's fate or fortune? Then that's exactly what you're going to get back, star. Now, even where you're going, you can still be reborn, and from the night can arrive the sweet dawn. Now, here's the part. We have an ever-forgiving, loving God, and God will always give you chance upon chance upon chance and have mercy on your soul. Undeservedly, that's for God to judge. But so many don't take that opportunity, not realizing that it is a gift or opportunity from God. They just see it as, oh, this is my chance. I got away with it. So this means do it again and again and again. Ride that horse again and again and again, because it worked for me before, not knowing this is God trying to see that you learn your lesson, or are you going to do it again and again and again? Do you have a heart now? Have you connected to source? Or are you still wicked and evil? So with that, let's get into the tarot messages and see what the angels, ancestors, and beloved God himself would like to say about this situation. Let's start with the light, the gateway of light, oracle records. For the collective. What do you say about this? When some loose something here. Shambhala initiations. Retreating to recharge. Trusting in the process. Dharma. Dharma is actually good karma. All your good deeds that you put out into the world. Everything you've done to serve humanity. Anything you wish for the highest good. Even if it doesn't matter to your immediate pocket or immediate family and loved ones. You send out a prayer for a family, for a child to be found, for a family to receive blessings, for a friend to get that job. That's good dharma. I'll just read a brief moment of it. just like the message to you part. Your message. When things quieten down in your life, know that this isn't a failure, but an opportunity to retreat and recharge. In the busyness of the physical world, our spirit is often playing catch up with our body, to the point that it gets used to being overactive and overworked. When the great masters of Shambhala come to you, they are encouraging you to take time to be away from the outer world and dive into the inner world. If you have been moving full speed ahead, this gateway encourages you to slow down and retreat. Take time to gather your energy. Spend time in meditation and reflection in order to gain a clearer awareness of your current situation. You will uncover many insights and gifts during this period. Realize that there is a master awakening within. Slow down. If you are on the wrong track, if you have been doing like dirty deeds and you learn from those and you want to correct things, or you want to go on the right path now, slow down. Process things. Think about where you are instead of thinking it's too late, can't turn back now, I've been a devil too long. It's never too late. It's never too late. Just stop. You may want to pray to God. You may want to have that real sit-down talk. You may want to leave some friends behind that are friends that haven't been so good for you, that have been the worst kind of influence on you. You may want to walk away from that lifestyle of greed and having to win at all costs. And do some inner work on yourself so that you can have a better future, so that you don't have to face tower after tower after tower, and so that you don't hurt innocent people. Let's go to the tarot. For the collective, please. Wisdom. Universal law and karma. What say you? Wants to come out. Can you fly out, please? Thank you. Three of Coins, a collaboration, working together. Let's see. Let me read this Three of Coins. Let's see what it says in this book here. Banshakri and Banjakrini, Nepal, Tamang mythology. The Three of Coins represents learning from one another. The fierce Banjakri and Banjakrini teach their apprentice how to become a shaman. They are demanding teachers, but their student is dedicated. All three put in hard work that pays off with the success of a new generation. Studying growth, collaboration, success, recognition. So a demanding lesson is learned, but the student's dedicated and it pays off for the future, success for the future. I'm taking this as in your hard work to turn things around improves your lineage, your DNA, the ones that came after you and the ones before you. You make them look good in simpler terms. You give them an easier way. So do it now. Do it for yours before and after you. strength. Strength. Scotland, T.M. Lynn, Scottish fairy tale. The strength card is about willpower and determination, focus, persistence, and the ability to confidently stare any challenge in the face and overcome it. This is not physical strength, but a purity of heart and purpose. Courage, conviction, control, determination, patience. Conviction, determination, control over your bad habits. Things that have taken you down a rabbit hole. Addictions, obsessions, greed, ego. Everything that's been up until this point, your downfall. Having the strength to overturn those things and not allow them to take over you, not allowing those demons to take over you any longer. Having the strength to stop going to the practitioners and getting any kind of, work done on other people to manipulate them and manipulate energy. That would be a good start. For lost ones, or universal law, or karma, for this message, Holy Spirit. The Queen. Okay. Why is the Queen showing up for this message, Holy Spirit? The Empress, the Mother Queen, the Sovereign. Like her counterpart, the King, the Queen has a dualistic nature. Either she presides over the realm with grace and eloquence that comes from the heavens to uplift the spirit of others, or she falls into petty, contemptuous moves, casting a shadow across the land. If the King is the ego, the Queen is the expression of that ego in the world. She is the lotus's bloom, the dancer's bow, the moon's radiant reflection. When the Queen is seated in her rightful and righteous place, she is patient and forgiving. She waits for the grace of God and Goddess to move through her, striving and grasping for nothing to be the benevolent leader. To embody the Queen is to settle into deep trust, resolve, and power. The royal Queen fears nothing, for divinity itself cradles her heart. The embodiment of grace, courage, resolve, stillness. Yes, I believe this message is saying you have a choice. Will you be sovereign? Will you rule with grace? Will you rule your life and run your life with grace? Or will you run it in the shadow, where it's not for the highest good of all, where you live only to serve your ego and yourself? It's a choice. In the end, it is always a choice. You can choose to be one way, or you can choose to be another way. It's completely up to you. Nobody can make you. But you do have the consequences to deal with. You do have karmic law to deal with in the end. So let's get an angel message as the final message for this. Which is what you want to say about karma, lost ones, universal law. Parents. The divine truth is that your parents eternally love you to the best of their ability. The angels are helping you heal from any pain associated with your mother or father. Somebody may be out there causing a lot of pain, wreaking a lot of havoc, dealing with a lot of magic and spell work because they have unhealed trauma from their childhood, issues with their parents that they don't even realize are what's causing their afflictions, their obsessions, their addictions, and their tendency to hurt others. Not knowing that you need to deal with your own pain instead of inflicting pain on others. Pain begets pain. Pain spreads. So use it as an alchemy instead. That's also a choice. You can let your pain wreak havoc on you and run amok, and then you don't make good choices and you just live your life and it just goes down the drain because all you did was wake up every day thinking about how to hurt someone else. Or you can alchemize that pain and use it to make you a better you. And then you uplift others that have gone through this pain like you. You use that pain to make your life glorious. There's a choice. It's up to you. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time.